So we got the ad set up. That's your target audience, chose your location, age, all of that good stuff. And then the last part of the setting up your ad is to set up the actual ad itself. And I know y'all kind of talked a little bit about that because we saw Richard's awesome example in the chat. So thank you, Richard, for working on your work or doing your homework. So the last part is to set up your ad, the last part, even though you probably already wanted to do it, you did it the prior week. Now we got more detail, okay, more granular, I would say, with setting up your ad. Okay, so for that, sorry, y'all, I have two screens. So if I'm looking over here, it's because I have two screens. Okay, so the first part is, let me see here. Got to move some of these screens out the way. Cat's gonna watch the chat for me while we over here because it's too much .com.
That's
all right,
that
so
person in you. That's that techie person.
Yeah. All right. So with the setting of the ad, all right, you have your you're going to choose the Facebook page that you want to run your ads from. Okay. Once you get in here, notice the tab where we're at. Okay. The tab says it's the third one and it's on it's in blue. Okay. So we've already named our item. Actually, you can go in and put the actual name and description in there, but we're going to do an image. So we know that we're going to select image for this. We already set up our naming conventions. We're going to, if you have branded content, this is where you would run that from. That would be somebody that you actually have partnered with. They have given you branded stuff so that you can run ads under their name. So it'll ask you for all that, but we're not getting into that today. All right. So choose your Facebook page. All right. And then you're going to run your ad. You can also run your ad under both your Facebook page and your Instagram page. Okay. So if you're just starting off and you only have one, then that's fine. You're just going to run it under that. Okay. But if you do have an Instagram page, it's great to do both at one time. Okay. Because you're going to be testing and you're going to be able to get that data. All right. So if you haven't connected it at this point in time, notice that you can connect it here. You'll be able to connect it there. All right. So that's the identity part. That's the first part that you will set up. All right. So now that we've done some work on this section already by creating our mock-ups in the Creative Hub, this may be plug and play for you if you completed your action steps, okay, or you participated in class as we covered that on session 5, okay? So I want to say this in case anyone missed it in any earlier classes, because when you're dealing with ads, please make sure that you are using your own images, okay? When you run ads, you do not want to steal images from these top companies and run them under your name. All right, don't get sued out here, okay, in these internet streets. Use the images. That's why going to Canva and going to places where you can get copyright free images is suitable for us. Okay, so you have to have permission to use somebody else's commercialized content. So that means images and things and videos, things like that. Okay, all ads are for public information, and they can be looked up in the ads library. That was a link that Kat shared with you before. Okay, so moving forward. Okay, the next part here is, okay, you continue to scroll down and you're going to go to ad setup. That is our next section, is the ad setup. All right, notice the ad preview. And this is the only thing I have with Canva. It does not like to, oh, okay, I know what the issue is too. So don't worry, I'm trying to make sure you can see where I am at so that way you can follow along, all right? But notice the ad preview button at the top right, okay? Y'all see that at the top right up there? Let me go over here. So it's right here, okay? That's where you can preview. As you're creating your ad, you'll be able to see what it looks like, okay? So you can choose from 3 options. 1, to create the ad now. 2, to use an existing post, or 3, hey, you already did the work. You can go right ahead and click on the Creative Hub and choose your mockup. Okay, it's quick. I actually did that option and it just comes right in. So I actually kind of like that. I like that idea, because then you don't have to worry about choosing all your options. But for us, we're going to go through all the options just so in case you didn't do anything in Creative Hub or you haven't dived in there yet. Okay. All right. So the next section is your creative source. Wait, let me make sure. Yep. Okay, we're good. So, oh, for here, I forgot. So the bottom bottom two parts, you can see here, you have manual, where it says creative source. You can manually upload as well. So that's the option that we chose. It's to manually upload our images so that we'll create it here in the ad portion. All right, here we go. So the next section is your creative source. Okay, where you're going to be getting, that's the part that I just talked about, where you're going to get your images from. Okay, then since we chose to create our ad, we need to choose how we're going to upload our images and our videos. Right, so you can choose to upload your media manually from your computer, or maybe you created and downloaded a photo from Canva or Adobe Express or some other design platform. Okay, this is where you're going to upload it to create your ad. Okay, or you can choose to upload it from your catalog. Remember, we're not covering catalogs here, but you see that option is grayed out because we did not choose that option when we first set up our campaign, right? If you did choose that option when you set up your campaign, then you'll have that option to select from your catalog, right? Next, you have your format. Okay, so we have our formats right here. We can choose to do a single. Yeah, we can do a single image or video. We can do a carousel, or we can do a collection. And you can see how each of those looks, right? Video, y'all, is top content. Like, well, I say that video, you're probably going to go back between single image and video because those are, your most ones that most people create. Okay. So a carousel is where you have the multiple images and your people can swipe through. Okay, maybe you have a collection, where you have, especially if you have, a shop with clothes and things like that. Okay, so if you click on these options, you will be able to see, again, you're going to see that preview right there to the right-hand side. So that way you can see, kind of like with our mock-up, you can see what it looks like. All right. All right, so the next session says multi-advertiser. That's I think that's a new option that's here the last few months or so. But it's automatically checked to have your ad show up next to another commercial ad. In Instagram, you can choose to turn that off or on, but hey, might as well just keep it up, just more places where your ad can show up. Okay, notice the blue learn more right here. You'll see that throughout. You probably have been seeing that throughout. The learn more is good because it's just a help thing for Facebook. If you need more information about anything, just click on learn more. You're going to have to, it takes reading. I mean, they have a lot of information, but it's right there. It's very helpful. I've read plenty of stuff as I've gone through this ad through the ads manager. Okay. So you can always look, and they explain it pretty well, and they're always trying to refine the process. Okay. Now, once you get to the ad creative, under this section, you're going to be able to customize the different ad placements. And so like in our example, we have 20 different placements that we can edit. 20, all right? We could change the text, we can add music, we can crop the pictures, depending on the type of placement, okay? So this is where that first link in week 1 is going to help you, right? If y'all remember the link with the Canva that had all the different sizes, who remembers that link? It had the different sizes for, the different social media images. So like whether you had a reel, whether you have Instagram post or a Facebook post, Canva has all the images there. So that way, this is where you can go back and edit and upload and crop. So your images actually fit into the window that you wanted.